Are you looking for a podcast about the most swingin' meat?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
I'm thirsty. Can we crack this thing?
You're thirsty. I'm so thirsty.
I'm drinking something new tonight.
Ooh, let's crack in and then fill us in.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so ready for this. Okay, so it's a San Pellegrino Essenza. Essenza. It's essenced with delicious cocoa and coffee flavors. It's a mineral water. It's got no sweeteners. I'm thrilled about it. I haven't tasted it yet, but it smells like a mocha, like a rich mocha. Oh, let's get a sip. Oh, that's so weird.
In a good way? Or do you have to decide first?
Just decide. Let me get a second sip on it.
This is like that TikTok where she tries the drink and she's like, nope, don't like it. Well, no, it's bad.
It's so weird. Like I know that there is like a coffee La Croix, but I haven't been able to find it. I think it's like only in certain areas, and I don't know if it's in America yet, but it's like, so I at home have tried to mix like regular seltzer in with coffee, like with cold brew, to see what it did, just to see like if I liked it. And so far in my home experiments, I have not found the right ratio of seltzer water to cold brew to make it actually delicious.
Okay.
This is like, so you start it with the seltzer flavor, and then like the coffee comes in and it leaves you with the cocoa. But there's like a bitterness that I can't really describe in there. I don't know. It's really good. It's also gently caffeinated is the claim that it makes on the front here. I don't know how you gently caffeinate something, but it's got 30 milligrams of caffeine, which doesn't sound gentle to me.
Yeah.
That's about as much caffeine as like a regular Coke, right?
Yeah. I think when we looked it up coming back, Coke was 34.
Yeah,
so.
we were Googling caffeinated beverages in the car because Robert made the claim that Dr. Pepper was the most caffeinated soda, and I had to dispute it.
Of the browns.
It is the most caffeinated brown.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew is the most caffeinated soda.
Yeah, it's no Surge, you know.
Yeah.
but like of like your standard browns, Dr. Pepper is like way above.
Yeah, it's like 54 or something, and then Coke was like 30 something, and same with Pepsi.
It was like 41, but still, that's 10 milligrams more than
And we also
Coke.
found out that Diet Coke is more caffeinated than regular Coke.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Super weird. Welcome to the Carbonation Podcast and the Caffeination Podcast.
So I just looked up your coffee La Croix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not around. But
yeah,
the can is in English, so I think it is like here somewhere. It's just not close to us.
Okay. My verdict on the San Pellegrino Essenza coffee and cocoa flavor, it's fucking delicious, actually.
Okay.
I did get, so they had like a group of 3 of them. There's a caramel flavored one and a vanilla flavored one, and I snagged all 3. So I was like, I gotta try these, do hard journalism for the podcast.
Okay. Well, I need to ask you a question.
What you got?
I need to ask you a question. How much bad luck can one co-host have?
Oh, I hope not too much. Something
all
wrong?
All the bad luck. All
What's
the bad
wrong?
luck ever.
What happened?
Okay. We got back from Nashville, right?
Uh-huh.
Get back, come in, didn't even think anything the next day. So that was Saturday. Sunday, go to get some Whataburger, because I was like, why not? And like I get in my car and I was like, something looks weird. Something didn't like sit right with my brain as I walked by my car and got in it, right?
Okay.
So I like got out and I was like, what wasn't right? And I like walked back up to the front and somebody stole my front license plate.
What?
So I've been keyed and now they just took the license plate.
What? They just like took it, the whole plate?
Yeah, they like took the screws out, just took the plate, and they did like took the screws too. So there's no way to put it back in there.
What dicks?
And I don't think it was just my car though. Like there's other cars missing their front license plates.
That's illegal in Texas too, to drive without a front license plate.
Yeah, like it's bad. So
That's so fucked up.
Anyway, license plate's fucking stolen, right?
Yeah.
So I call the cops, do the thing, and they were like, okay, now that that's reported stolen, take the one off the back of your car. Because if we see you with it and, we run it, we're going to think you're the one that stole it.
Yeah.
So I have to take the back one off, but I'm going to the tax office tomorrow.
Okay.
And apparently when you walk in, they will hand you 2 plates, like, right then.
Oh, freshly minted plates for you? Just like hot off the press?
Yeah, like you don't even have to wait for them. He's like, no, usually like they got plates in the back and then you just say, here's what happened. And they'll go, all right, here's 2 new ones. And then you leave.
What? That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
So I looked it up, and to get replacement plates, how much do you think it costs to get replacement plates for your car?
Oh man, I don't even know. It's probably stupid expensive, like $250 or something.
$6.
$6?
$6. Oh, sorry. 50-cent surcharge too.
Okay.
So $6.50.
So that's not. I mean, that's not.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that tomorrow, and then I'll have new plates, and then I'm gonna park somewhere totally different because people just keep messing with like our little area.
Yeah. What the fuck? You're gonna have to like park on the other side of the complex and like get some steps in or something.
I guess so. So yeah, that happened.
Why is your complex so shitty? They just like allow car vandals to walk around unabashed.
I don't know. So I called the office, right? And I'm like, hey, just letting you know, my plate was stolen. And I see other cars, and they're like, oh, yeah, we definitely don't want that in our place. And I'm like,
of course not.
Yeah, okay, but what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, like what did they do for when you got keyed? They did nothing.
Well, they didn't even know because I didn't call them. I called the cops. No, I called the cops.
I thought you reported it.
To the cops. And then he was like, yeah, you're not the first person, but this complex doesn't have cameras, so there's nothing that we can do.
That's bullshit.
So, like, they don't care. Or they just don't have a means to figure that out. Although we're like, painting all the railings across the entire complex. Like, they've, since COVID, poured so much money into, like, bettering up the property projects.
Yeah.
But no cameras, I guess, so...
Okay, who needs cameras, right? There's no crime in this area.
Painting all the metal on the premises is more important.
Of course.
But so anyway, that happened. That was cool.
Fun.
And then I didn't want to say anything to you because we were like 2 hours down the road. But I was driving, we were driving, and I was just like, I don't feel like my tablet was in my bag.
Oh.
I was like, but why wouldn't it have been? Like, we got everything else, like, the room looked empty.
Yeah,
right?
We did a good once-over.
Yeah. So, I was like, I thought it, but we were, like, hours down the road. I wasn't going to be like, hey, let's turn around 2 hours,
Yeah.
I was like, no. So, get home, and I'm unpacking, and, yeah, the tablet we watched Steven Universe on, totally not in any of my shit.
Oh, no.
So, I called the hotel that night, and they were just like, yeah, we'll tell somebody. Then they hung up.
That doesn't even sound promising. That's just like, yeah,
I know.
Free tablet for housekeeping.
Yeah. So I called back and the next day, and I'm like, hey, I just called about this, but I was just, I was trying to follow up. And she's like, oh, okay, let me check. And I was like, okay, this isn't going to go anywhere. She goes, yeah, we have it.
Oh, good.
Where do you want it to go? And I was like, okay, so what do I do? And she's like, credit card and address. And I was like, which one do you want first? She's like, the credit card, of course.
Of course.
Give us the money. So, gave her the card number and stuff. And then, like, she's like, all right, your address. I go, 16, I, like, do all the stuff. And she's like, knew where I lived.
What?
Yeah, like, she, like, immediately says the town name and is like, do you live here? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I used to live there.
What?
That's the second time that's happened. I called Discover one time, and they knew like the street that I was from because they were like,
Oh
I
my
used to live on that
God.
street.
That's super weird.
I know. So anyway, she's like, all right, cool. I don't know, 2 or 3 days or something. So I guess it's coming back. But she said, oh, the laptop?
Oh, I mean,
So am I getting a computer? I don't know right now.
hopefully they send you, your tablet. But I mean, if they send you a laptop,
No, yeah, they were
an
totally
upgrade.
just like, find an electronic device and let's send it to this guy.
first like flat glassy thing you see, we're sending back to him.
Yeah, so I don't know. I got to go check the mail for today. Although it's been a day. No, it's been 2 days. Because I called again Sunday. So, it actually could be here now. I should go
Yeah,
look.
you should go look.
Right after this.
I still haven't gotten the bill for the fucking rental car. I should call them tomorrow because that's concerning.
Or you should just be like, it's free, right? So,
Man.
but yeah.
I do want to say, like, one thing about the hotel room. I thought it was exceedingly charming how often you called down to the front desk and offered, like, your full name and room number before you told them the situation. Like, most people will just be like, call down and get the Wi-Fi password. Like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi? But you were like, hello, this is Robert Walls. I'm in room 3123, staying here for the Podcast Movement Convention, and I just want the Wi-Fi password, please.
Well, at one point you were like, hey, we need more toilet paper, right?
Yes.
I feel like I might as well tell them where to bring it from the get-go.
They're just so polite and so,
I'm very
like,
professional.
hello, I'm Robert Walls. I'm in room 3123, and I would like a roll of toilet paper, please. My
I
co-host
am-
needs it.
I am professional in real life, not on the show.
So
Okay.
such a like stark difference in your personality. I want to meet like customer service Robert. It's a whole different guy.
That was him right there. Like, anytime I'm on the phone, I'm real nice. Because I also don't like being on the phone, so I want to get my
Yes.
message across, like, as clear and simple as can be.
Yeah.
Because I've known the, like, horrible pain of, like, not knowing what's happening on a phone call. So I'm just like, look, dude, this is my name. This is where I'm from. I just need TP from my bunghole, okay? And they're like, cool, thank you.
Made my day.
So,
Um,
funny, you never said anything while we were there.
I know. I was like
You just, like,
laughing.
laughed in your mind.
I did.
That's why you ran to the bathroom each time, to go laugh at me.
Yeah, that's what I was doing in there. Just on the toilet alone. One more thing about Nashville. So we bought some Pop-Tarts while we were in the hotel room there.
Yes.
I bought like Oreo Pop-Tarts, which ended up not being super Oreo-y. Just
Okay.
like Pop-Tarty. Tell the folks what you bought.
Oh, I bought more Fruit Loops ones.
Yeah, so I think we talked about those on the show before, right? They're like
Yeah.
screen printed with a Fruit Loop pattern.
Because they were limited and they were such a hit. Like, they are a staple Pop-Tart flavor now. Like, the box just says, yep, you know what this is.
So you left them in the car along with your tote bag, so I'll be delivering those back to you on Saturday when I come over.
Okay.
But yeah,
You've
man.
eaten
Well,
all of them.
so while I had them here, I was like, I'm gonna try it. Just I gotta try it, you know.
Okay.
And so I opened a packet of these. Do you usually like Pop-Tarts? You can eat them room temperature. You can toast them. You can freeze them.
Yeah.
How do you recommend eating a Fruit Loop Pop-Tart?
I would probably just go room temperature.
Okay.
Like, I'm probably not going to warm that up because I feel like it's like the cereal. You're not going to, like, heat up a bowl of Fruit Loop cereal. You know? That seems a little weird.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Because you just, like, piped them hot, huh? And they were gross.
no. So I
Okay.
had them room temperature, and like, so I broke open the little packet, and I gave it a sniff, you know, like you do, and it
Yeah.
smells like Pop-Tarts with Fruit Loops inside. Like, it
Yeah.
smells like a packet of Fruit Loops. And I was like, surely it can't be like packed with Fruit Loop flavor. And so I cracked this thing open, and the inside is like hot pink. Like,
Yeah.
like the pinkest I've ever seen. Like Stuart Semple pink. It's so pink. And I was like, I just I almost didn't want to eat it because it was just so like so pink. I don't know how to describe it other than just like wow,
Okay.
pink. But so I bite into this thing, And I'm like, that tastes like I'm eating Fruit Loop paste. Like someone has like ground Fruit Loops in a mortar and pestle and
Isn't
like
it
just
amazing?
Just added a splash of milk and ground them up into a fine paste. Those Pop-Tarts are fucking foul, Robert.
No,
they're so
good.
bad.
They're so good.
The whole time I was eating them, I'm like, this tastes like pink is what it tastes like.
Well, also, let me say this. Because I had a package when I was there. Yeah. Did you notice I didn't eat another package?
Yeah.
They didn't taste like they did when they were limited.
Okay, so maybe they like tweaked the formula or something and like re-released them as a permanent flavor, but like
when it was limited, the frosting on the front had much higher quality images.
Yeah, like
and it was much harder,
like slipping off on my Pop-Tart like a horrible beast in a horror movie. I was like, oh my god, I have to eat this before he like comes to life.
No, yeah, like when you would bite the frosting, like it kind of like snapped. It was like tempered really good, right?
Okay.
When I was eating them there, I was like snapping them apart, and it was just kind of gooey, and I was like, this is different. Like
it's
it
Nashville
was different.
Pop-Tarts. Yeah, I was not a fan of the experience, so you will be getting those packages of Pop-Tarts back happily.
That's fine. I will try them again and see.
Okay.
Oh, you sent me this thing earlier. You sent me this dude at the Olympics who won windsurfing.
Yes.
He won windsurfing, and I thought it was a very awesome like connection he made. He was in the windsurfing event, and he cut his hair to look like Aang's arrow from Avatar.
It was even dyed
on the top
blue.
Of his head.
It was so cool.
Yeah. And it made me think of this article that I saw like a couple days ago, and I was like, I wonder if Kelsey knows about this. I need you to go to this article real quick.
Okay.
Do you know how anime the Olympics were these games?
I did not know.
Okay, so this opening picture, I kind of got to watch it today. I didn't get to hear it yet.
Yeah.
But this is a team from Uzbekistan, right? They did their entire floor gymnastics thing to Sailor Moon.
Oh my god.
And they're all dressed as sailors.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Now, I thought like the dance moves were going to be like reminiscent of Sailor Moon, and they kind of weren't. So I'm guessing it's just the music tied with the costumes.
Okay.
So I'm going to watch it later, but I had seen some previous ones. There's this guy right here. He's a shot putter. He did a pose from One Piece when he won his thing.
Okay.
So like all these people were doing like poses after they finished their race or they won or something. Here's a guy. This guy ran the 200-meter, dash thing, and he did a Kamehameha from Dragon Ball as his like final thing.
Okay.
Like everybody was just doing stuff. There's one here. This Italian team did the Jinyu squad from Dragon Ball. They did the whole thing. Then this other Italian team, they did the fusion thing from Dragon Ball, where you touch the tips of your fingers together.
I love it.
And, like, there's so many of them. The Sailor Moon people, and then I think another guy, he did a different One Piece stance. Like, everybody was just into anime, and I was like, well, I guess technically this took place in Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, why not just let your anime nerd shine?
Yeah, they were like, I'm in the homeland, so they just like went for it.
Did you ever play the Google Doodle that was done for the Tokyo Games?
I did not.
So it's like a little mini JRPG where you like play as this little, I think it was a red panda or something, and you get to choose which team you're playing for, and you get to play through like a bunch of little 8-bit sports, and it's really cool and cute.
Cool.
Yeah, if it's still up, you should definitely go play it.
Let's see. Google Olympics game. Olympic game doodle. Let's see. Yep, it's there. Cool. Champion Island is the name of it.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm going to do that later.
Like, they worked hard on that shit.
So, yeah, I just thought it was cool because you sent me that, and I was like, Oh, there's so much more of this. So I thought
Yeah,
I'd
apparently.
send it to you.
I love that.
Super cool. So the Olympics, they sure love anime.
Bunch of nerds.
I know, for real.
Oh man, speaking of nerds, okay, so we talked previously about the Addams Family getting a new series, right?
That Wednesday one, right?
Yes. So
Where
they
we
have
were like,
released.
what if Christina Ricci was in it?
Yeah, I wish. So they have released cast for it, and
Ooh, okay.
I'm happy about it. Have you seen who's playing Morticia and Gomez?
No, I don't think.
Okay. So Morticia Addams will be portrayed by none other than Catherine Zeta-Jones.
She dips beneath the lasers. Oh,
What a
cool.
perfect casting! I'm really happy about that.
Dude,
And
I don't know that she's super tall though, because I pictured
don't
Morticia
know.
as just like tall, you know.
yeah, I mean she can wear heels.
Oh yeah. Let's see how tall she is, but yeah, she could do it good.
Do you picture Gomez short?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, great, because he's being portrayed by Luis Guzman.
Oh my God, he's gonna be so good.
know. I'm so ready for this. It's perfect casting. I'm like really happy about it.
Super cool. Oh,
Yeah. So
awesome.
they've also cast Wednesday. I don't know who this actress is. Her name is Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
I'm
That
not familiar
sounds
with her,
a little familiar. Hang
but I
on.
looked her up earlier and like,
Okay.
wow, perfect face for Wednesday.
Let me see. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I do not know anything she has been in. So I guess I
Jenna
do not
Ortega,
know her.
not Jennifer.
Oh, okay, yeah. She was in Insidious Chapter 2, so that would have to be why
Oh,
I
okay.
know her. I was like, that name sounds familiar. Yeah, how old is she? Oh yeah, she's young enough to do this, because you know how they cast people that are way older than what they're playing, you know?
Yeah, she's a post 9/11 baby, so
Okay,
she's young enough.
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't know yet when this one goes live, but it's shaping up.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a while, unless they've already done it and they've just been saving, you know, who was in it this whole time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything at all about like an actual release date, so hopefully soon.
But cool. Yeah, I like it. I want to know who is Pugsley.
Who's your Dreamcast for Pugsley?
I don't even know.
What about Josh Gad? I think he'd make a good Pugsley.
Oh my God, he's too old for that though. He's got to be
Yeah.
like just older than. Well, he's actually younger than Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I need to find some tiny, rotund, young actors, and I do not know of any at this present moment.
I need to look up how tall Catherine Zeta-Jones is. How tall are you?
She
are
was-
you thinking?
I already looked up.
Oh.
She was a 5'7".
Oh wow, yeah,
So
she's
she's
shorter
pretty
than I
short.
thought. I thought she was
Yeah.
like 5'10", but I also didn't
So-
know she's Welsh. What?
Oh yeah.
I've never heard her speak in like not an American accent.
I just don't think it's very thick.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of shows, I finished one. Thought I would tell you about it.
What'd you finish?
I finally finished Cowboy Bebop.
Hell yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
you did not like this show when you first started it. It was like crawling, and each episode was kind of its own standalone thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
It's still that.
Okay.
I cried at the end. Not like oh like super cry, but like I like
Why?
felt it, you know.
Why? Did you like end up falling for some of the characters?
So really, the standout character to me is the girl that I told you about already that like lost her memory.
Okay.
Like, she's the only thing that I care about in the whole show. Like, she's the only thing I like, really.
All right.
I don't know. I just thought it was a sad, and I mean, it kind of went where I thought. It didn't go as full as I thought. Like, okay, so spoiler alert to a post Y2K show. So you know what? Get over it.
Okay.
You know,
Pre
like,
Y2K, right?
yeah, pre Y2K, 1998. This
That's
is old.
Very old.
Okay, I was like 8 when the show came out. Okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
I thought everybody died at the end.
Okay.
Because I've seen stuff about the show, and I knew that people died. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like one person dies.
Okay.
And I was like,
well,
oh, well, all right. At least I'm spared that, you know?
was it the one that you cared about?
No.
Okay.
So I told you about Faye, how she like was in an accident and they froze her for like 60 years.
Yeah, and like unfroze her and like, here's all your medical debt.
Yeah. So at some point, she got mailed a videotape that
Okay.
was filmed by her 60 years ago.
Mysterious.
And it's like a letter to yourself kind of thing. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, film a letter to yourself and like, what would you tell yourself 10 years from now? But it's been like 60. And she gives herself like a cheerleading thing and she's like, do your best, like you got this. And then she's like, I don't know who that little girl is. And that makes me feel sad inside because she's so
Aw.
happy and I'm so shitty at life, you know?
Okay.
And then she finally kind of remembers and she goes home and the place that she used to live in is like gone. So she literally has nowhere to go.
Fuck.
Like she's been wondering who she is and now she knows, but it doesn't matter. Right? Like
Yeah.
these memories mean nothing now because that stuff doesn't exist. It's too old. Yeah, she meets a girl at some point and she's like, Faye? You don't remember me? She's like, I was in your graduating class. And she's like an old lady in a wheelchair now. And she's like, oh yeah, you were in that accident and they froze you. It's so weird. You look like nothing's changed, you know?
Okay.
That's really gotta fuck with your head, you know?
Right.
And so basically she kind of comes to terms with the fact that these memories don't matter. It's the future that matters. And the guy that kind of brought her onto the ship and stuff, he's leaving and he's like gonna go die. And she's like, now that I remember shit, now that I like have learned my place, you're abandoning me and I'm lost again.
Oh my god.
And like I felt really bad, you know?
Yeah.
The show's themes are very like, I would say 30s adult lost in life kind of stuff.
Ugh.
Like, I think the show might hit home with you.
Probably. I don't want to experience that.
Yeah, I think if you watched it, you might be like, I can really get behind these people.
Okay.
But so the main character guy, they kept dropping hints because remember how I said like there's like this one thread that seems to be like it's part of the show, but it doesn't ever do anything.
Yeah.
It comes into play in the last two shows.
Oh shit. Okay.
The main guy like keeps remembering and talking about this girl that he used to know.
Yeah.
But like she died, so like it doesn't
Or
mean anything.
Did
Well,
she?
She's alive.
Okay. Like you do in anime.
Yeah, and she's like, let's finally leave together. Like, let's escape. And then she dies.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, she gets shot, like, in the back, like, right as they're escaping.
Oh my god.
So now he's like, well, I don't really have anything, you know, I don't really have anything going on, so, I'm gonna go put a stop to the guy that's, like, taking over this gang in the city, because he's, like, really bad. And I can stop him, so I'm going to. I just
Okay.
probably won't come back. So he goes and he stops the guy, and then he dies. And it was like, this is a depressing show.
Yeah, it sounds sad.
It's a pretty depressing show.
So, did you watch the movie?
Not yet.
Okay, because I was not aware there was one until Ismail brought it up in the secret Discord.
And, I mean, yeah, he's right. It definitely takes place during the show because that fool's dead. So, you know, this has to be, like, kind of a prequel of sorts, you know?
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to watch it because, like, I kind of like the show. I don't know that I would ever watch it again, though.
Okay.
Like, it was a good ride that time, but it's not themes or emotions that I feel like I need to relive all the time, you know?
Okay. Kind of like
Like-
Steven Universe Future.
Yeah. I would relive Future, though. Like, that's good.
You did relive Future. I made you.
Yeah, I know. I will probably be an old man when I watch it the third time. Just be like, one more time before I'm gone from this world.
Okay.
But Cowboy Bebop, I can see why people like it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I understand. I think I get why it's so big. It's because it was the first. Like, it was the first show that aired on Toonami. It was like the first anime that was brought into America like that, kind of, you know?
Okay.
So I feel like for a lot of people, that was their first thing they ever experienced that medium with. So I think it just holds a lot of weight in that respect.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, that's like the OG. That's like the one that got me into it, you know?
Yeah. Everyone remembers their first.
So I feel like it's kind of that. I will say it's good. But I definitely wasn't like, oh, what a great show. I'm so happy. I was not happy. I was like, yeah, let me finish this on my lunch break. And like I get done, I was like, what's the point to life? Life is meaningless.
Okay, one of those shows.
That's kind of the thing. So I've looked it up on Wikipedia before. Let me give you what it says some of the themes are. You ready? Very fancy, very like high level stuff. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, specific one. Multiple philosophical themes are explored, including existentialism, existential ennui, loneliness, and the effect of past on the protagonist. And I was like, ooh, ennui, so fancy. You know?
I love ennui.
I think you might like it.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like a show that would touch my heart.
I feel like you just have to know I think each show is like, oh, let's give you like a different feeling based on these people.
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of like watching their life, but they're giving us an example of one of these depressing feelings. And you can kind of like take from it what you will, you know? There's not really a storyline that I can tell you about, you know?
Okay.
Basically, it's these guys interacting until they all kind of move on. Basically, the show is coming to terms with your past to embrace your future.
Okay.
Because they're all
like
running
that.
from their past in some way. And once they've all looked at it and resolved that, their character changes in the show and becomes better, and it's like better for them.
Okay.
Except when this guy embraces or faces his past, he dies. So, you know, take from that what you will. But anyway, a thumb sideways. I don't know. Like, it was
Okay.
good, but not the best.
Stellar recommendation.
You know it. Well, here. I think you know that I kind of like it because I did look up Funko Pops.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm looking up Funko Pops. Did I like this more than I think?
Yeah, I mean, once you're starting to Google things about it, I think you like it.
Yeah, so I think I like it.
Okay.
I just think I'm not happy about it.
This guy is... Who is this guy? Is this Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, yeah, that's Pierce. Yeah.
That's a good amount of hair.
That's
a hairy
belly
dude.
hair, man.
I love belly hair.
You kidding me?
I love hair.
I don't have, like, anything like that. Maybe, okay. Well, you know what they say. People are scared of what they don't understand.
Maybe.
I don't have it. I don't understand it. So I'm just like, I don't get it.
Look at this guy. This guy is like,
Oh my God.
carpeted.
Ugh. That's Alec Baldwin.
Is it? Oh my God.
Yes, of course. Look at his face. Look at that punum.
Like Alec Baldwin maybe like 35 years ago.
Well, yeah, but that's still him.
Wow.
What happened to the, like, 15 other Baldwin kids?
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember there used to be, like, 13 of them.
They all just morphed into Alec.
Now...
He ate them all for strength.
Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of the pre-ramble. If you did, you can get the full bonus pre-ramble episode by going over to patreon.com/YMBTOAP and signing up to be a patron. If you sign up for our $2 a month tier, you get some of those weekly episodes, and you also get into the very awesome Discord community. We are active on that Discord all the time. We discuss the episode, those pre-rambles, just share memes with each other, talk about life, talk about the newest, latest topics, some things that make it to the show, some things that don't. So if you don't want to miss out, go check out that $2 tier, get in the Patreon.
And if you love that extra episode every week and the Discord community is your new favorite place to hang, but you just wish you had even more Yimtope, you can always sign up to our exclusive Zeitgeist tier, which is $5 a month. There you will get access to our secret YouTube channel where we publish a new review each and every month. We do deep dives into movies, TV shows, video games. We've got 8 reviews out there now, I think. And
something like that.
Each one is better than the last, let me tell you. I think my favorite one still is probably Viverio and Mother. Like, as much as those movies were so strange,
different we were on them.
Yeah, we each had such different opinions about both of those movies, and it was really fun to just like break it apart and figure out what each of us was thinking. So,
my favorite was Control. No, it wasn't.
Oh no, it wasn't.
No. It was probably definitely Steven. I love just all things Steven.
My favorite part of the Steven Universe review was watching the movie together with the Discord community afterwards. Yes. That is another thing that the Zeitgeist gets you, is exclusive patron events. They are so much fun. And if you want to be our ultimate supporter, want to go even beyond the Zeitgeist tier, you can get yourself some Yemto gear over at the Yemto Apparel store. We've got shirts and t-shirts. That's the same thing. We've got t-shirts and tank tops and long sleeves and hoodies and zip-ups and tote bags and mugs and face masks. We got it all. Go on over to the show notes now, and you can click the link to our shop in there. We want to say thank you so much to all of our supporters, and let's get you on back to the regularly scheduled content. Look, I made you some content.
Open wide.
Man, we actually just started watching that at dinner because I watched it while Richard was at work, so he didn't get to see it. And I didn't know he wanted to. I knew that he liked Bo Burnham, but I didn't know if he would be like super into the, into like existentialism. Yeah. Okay. So I had to leave him in the middle of it to come record this. Hopefully he's doing okay out there.
I think that's why I didn't get too much into Cowboy Bebop.
Because of the existentialism?
I don't really feel that too much.
Oh,
just
man,
that's just like my tiny little place in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get that way too much.
Oh, God, that's my entire existence. I'm just like, why am I here?
I think you should give this show a shot. 20 minutes, do like one a week.
Okay.
Crank it out over half a year.
I might watch the first couple episodes and see what happens.
Well, I think you're going to like the first few because they're actually like action-packed mystery-style stuff, and you're going to be like, oh, shit, and then it never does that again.
Okay. Yeah, the one you were telling me about, the first episode sounded intense.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, this might actually be a show Kelsey would really love.
Okay.
It's got like cops double-crossing their partners, and like they didn't know about it for like 20 years. Like there's like a lot going on in the show.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I know. The show, I think, is kind of for you.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a shot.
And if Richard survives out there and, feels okay with it, maybe he might like it too then.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if he likes that kind of content later.
Yeah, I'll report back.
Okay. See if he's just a husk out there. Why are we here?
Yeah, like stuff like that usually doesn't hit him as much as it hits me, I think.
Yeah.
Like I spend a little bit too much time in my soul.
And me and him are just kind of like, all right, so video game time?
Basically.
Rocket League, little Lucio Ball,
Yeah. Being an adult is a scam. Being a homeowner is also a scam. That's like the biggest scam there is out there. I feel like the longer I spend in this house, the more shit just like goes wrong with it. Like,
okay.
So you recall very recently that I had to have my entire water heater replaced, right?
Yeah.
Because it stopped fucking working on me.
Yeah.
Just completely busted, and it was like full of rusty water in the bottom.
I do remember that.
It was bad, and it sucked, and it stank, and I hated it.
Okay.
And it was costly. And this morning, I go to like take a shower, and there's no fucking hot water. And I'm like, why is this happening? Okay. And I go into the hot water closet, and like when they installed it, so there's like this pipe next to the water heater. There's a whole complicated setup in there, and I'm about to get real technical on you guys, but there's a weird pipe thing. It's full of like nasty water, and it should stand straight up so that it just like drains out below your house and leaves.
Okay.
And because I live on top of a natural spring, my foundation shifts all the time, so the pipe is now at like maybe a 5-degree angle, not a whole lot, but it's enough of an angle for that water, that like excess runoff water from the AC unit, the condensation that builds up runs into that pipe, and it overflowed. And because it's at a tilted angle, it spilled off into like the little pan where it holds the water heater.
Yeah.
And in the bottom of that water heater, there's a little sensor that sits down there, And if it senses water coming out of the water heater, or any water that's happens to be around the bottom of the water heater, whether or not it came from the water heater itself, it'll turn your water off because it thinks that it's broken and that it's overflowing.
Hey, I broke it.
So it's a useful thing to have in the event that your water heater breaks because, you know, you
True.
want that fail safe if you're on vacation or something. You don't want to come back to like a completely flooded house.
Yeah.
But in the event that it's just like some basically excess Freon sludge or whatever that has somehow gotten into the fucking tray around your water heater and touched your sensor, then it's just an annoyance.
Oh my God.
I was afraid that the whole water heater had broken again, and I don't know what to do when you open that closet. You know, it's just like, here's a bunch of pipes and stuff, and I don't know what any of it does. So had to call the people to come out again. And I was like, I don't know why it's happening. Please fix. And they explained everything. And I was like, okay, fine. Thank you for coming.
"Ha, silly woman, it's just a wet sensor." And you were like, "Get out of my house."
I mean, they were really nice about it. They weren't wearing masks, which sucked, but I was wearing my mask, so whatever. But yeah, so basically, like at the end of the appointment or whatever, I was like, okay, what do I owe you? Because I know there's always like a trip charge, even though they didn't do any labor or parts or anything. And like, I think my warranty is maybe about to expire on this water heater, so I was like, okay, what's the damage? And they're like, oh,
Jeez,
it's
was
nothing.
it that long ago?
Well, I thought it was like very recently, but I couldn't find in my calendar when they last came out. So who knows? Maybe a listener can tell me when I have my water heater replaced. But luckily, no charge. It was like
good.
It was covered, and my warranty on the water heater is for 12 years. So hopefully, I will never have to pay shit on that thing because goddamn, it was expensive enough.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It's so annoying. I hate. There's things that go wrong in your house that like you aren't prepared for. I wish that there had been a class in high school or in college or something that it was just like, here's things that can go wrong with your house. Like every house has a water heater. Everybody's got an AC in Texas anyway. So here's the basic pieces parts, and here's what they look like, and here's what they do, and here's what to do to them to maintain them. Like we had some people come out a couple of weeks ago because our AC like stopped cooling as efficiently, and they're like, oh, you have to clean it. And we're like, we changed the filter inside, right? And they're like, no, you have to physically like hose down the AC unit outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never done that in my whole life. Maybe that's just something my dad did that I never like knew growing up. But yeah, there's just like random stuff that you have to maintain all the time, and you don't know it until like it breaks and some professional comes into your home and looks at you like, yeah, that's something every homeowner's supposed to know.
Yeah, no, I was watching a TikTok, of course.
Okay.
And it's this guy like, did you know there's a filter in your dishwasher that you need to change? And it's like, things you should know before you turn 30, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, that can't be real. So he goes into his dishwasher and goes, yep, there it is, just like they said. And he pulls it out and goes, it's fucking filthy.
I bet.
I should clean it. Like, home ec teaches you how to bake, how to do like some basic sewing.
Yes.
But it should be like, hey, did you know these are parts of a home? See, they probably don't teach that because they were like, these kids are never going to own a home.
Right?
They're like, they don't need to know
shit
that.
Out of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the folks out there who might be struggling with their water heater, I feel you. I feel your pain. Oh, man. Speaking of expenses, how's your wallet doing?
It's okay.
Have you been doing any like sad shopping since we've been back from the convention?
I did impulse buy yesterday.
Yeah, I've been like, something about it, man. Like we got back and I was like, oh, we're back to real life. I want to buy a video game.
I did like real good, and because I had like $150 worth of games in my cart.
Fuck.
On the PlayStation Store.
That's too many.
Well, I mean, it was just the right amount because they were all in like 50 to 80% off. I mean, it was like a good deal.
Okay, I mean,
but I was like,
not bad.
Do I need to spend $150? Because I was like, one of the games I'm buying, I haven't played the 2 leading up to it. It's like, man. So do I need this one? I could play the other 2 for now, you know?
Right.
And now that it's hit this price, it's bound to hit that price again.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I'll take it out. And then I had another one in the cart, and I was like, I haven't played the game before. It's still probably don't need this one. So I took it out, and I went from 150 to $15.
Okay, that's much better. Much more manageable.
Yeah, and then I was like doing something at work, and I was just checking Best Buy for something real quick, and I was like, all right, I gotta go, because I gotta go pick up something from the place. They're like, why? I was like, I bought something. It's waiting for me right now.
Okay.
So I bought a movie.
Oh, another steelbook?
Yeah, I bought a steelbook for no reason.
Of course. Is it? Don't tell me it's more Lord of the Rings bullshit.
No.
Okay.
I bought all there is for Lord of the Rings. There's nothing else.
Okay.
I'm sending it to you now because I would like to explain this purchase. Not why, but I just want to say how completely pointless it was that I bought this. There's no reason for me to have bought this.
So you're not justifying it. You're just like telling me this is a stupid purchase I've made.
Yeah, because I can't. When I tell you these things, you'll be like, it makes no sense.
Okay. So Transformers the movie.
It's the animated movie from like 1980 whatever. They put it in 4K, right?
Okay.
I didn't watch the show. I don't really have any affinity towards the Transformers. I don't know shit about this. But it's a 80s movie and a steelbook, and I bought it. Like, that's the only reason I bought it.
Okay, so we've reached that point, huh?
I know it's it's like when I bought the Cowboy Bebop movie. I know what it is, and I know that it means something. Just doesn't mean it to me. You know?
I don't understand the way your brain works.
I've had that Cowboy Bebop movie for like 10 years. And I watched I just randomly decided to watch the show 10 years later, and I'm like, oh, it's a good thing I have the movie.
What the fuck?
You know? Like, I wasn't planning on watching that show. I just knew it was a movie that meant something, so I put it in the collection, because it was $7.
Okay. I mean, sure, $7.
Yeah, so I bought the Transformers movie. I might watch it. I don't know, because it doesn't mean anything to me. It means nothing to me.
Just something you needed to have. Like a boost of serotonin that needed to hit your brain.
I saw it, and it was like, there's one left, and I was like, well, it's mine. And so I bought it for no reason. Yeah.
Man, there's always that, like, panic, too. Do you ever go shopping on Etsy?
No.
It'll be like, there's 4 left in stock, and 27 people have this in their cart right now. And you have to just go in. Because, like, everybody on Etsy, everybody does this. You go to Etsy, and you're like, oh, all this shit is so cute. And you add a whole bunch of shit to your cart. And then you're like, wow, I'm at, like, $250. And I don't even...
Oh, my God.
This is a thing I don't need. And you just abandon your cart. And it keeps your cart forever a secret in the background. And, like... So 27 people have it in their cart, but like maybe 4 of those people are going to be buying it. So
yeah,
I fell victim to an Etsy shop today.
Okay.
But I think you're going to be excited for me in this one. So
okay,
it's an
excited
Etsy
for
shop.
all the things you buy yourself.
Yeah, you are a champion of self-care in the form of spending.
Yeah. So
I bought a dice mold.
Ooh, okay.
I bought some D&D dice mold.
Okay.
And it's like it's not custom. It's like it's a set of masters. So you're able to.
Oh, you got some masters now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're able to sell the dice that come out of it.
Okay.
So I might sell some dice.
Cool.
Yeah. Some people have already hit me up. They're like, hey, I saw you putting dice on your Instagram. You going to sell them? You going to sell some? So, yeah. If you out there want a set of D&D dice, talk to me about it. I don't know what I'm selling them for yet because it's a brand new hobby and I don't have a price point. But yeah, I'm doing some internet research and I'm doing a lot of practice. So let me know.
I'll hit you up for some. I'll
yes.
think of what like mixture of things I want, I guess. I'll come up with something.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm fucking thrilled about it. They're from Druid Dice, so this is just a free plug for him. He does like really cool dice.
Okay, cool.
What else have I spent stuff on? So I also, so speaking of video games, were we speaking of video games? I don't know, but
at some point
there's this game that you and I have both been extremely excited for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Back for Blood.
Yeah, when we were in Nashville, somebody posted like a hour-long gameplay thing from it
Yes.
that we didn't watch because we wanted to watch it not in, potato
Shitty
mode.
hotel YouTube. Yeah. No
Yeah,
thanks.
I mean, we were in a nice, quote-unquote nice hotel,
It was pretty nice for the price that we paid. I thought we got our money's worth.
Yeah, but their own TV couldn't run YouTube.
Yeah, that TV fucking sucked.
It was like, what, what's the point of, there's basically no internet at that place. Like, it's so bad, it's like not having it.
Pretty much.
So, we didn't watch it. I kind of picked at it, like, later when we got home.
Yeah.
It's just Left 4 Dead. It's perfect. I loved it. It was great.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm so excited for this game. So you posted the fact that Back 4 Blood is having an open beta.
Yes.
Which unfortunately this episode comes out like after the beta ends. So the beta is August 12th starting at 3 p.m. Eastern to August 16th ending at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you've downloaded this episode like at 3 a.m. when it drops, you have 12 hours to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited about this. I bought like the basic copy of it. So
okay,
it is going to be free day one on Xbox Game Pass. So I was planning to play it then, but then I was talking to Richard and he's like, well, if we want to play together, like one of us is going to have to buy a copy. And I was like, oh, I get to buy one now. I got to go to the beta. Yes. That's all the excuse I needed. So I'm excited and I have it downloaded and ready to go for August 12th, which is a Thursday.
Yep, we were talking about it before. I downloaded the beta to my PlayStation, so I will be trying it out. And it is cross-play, so you can play with any other system that can play this game.
Generational, so you can play on a PS4 and a PC and an Xbox One and a PS5. You can play on anything. You could
have a whole... Everybody's on a completely different system all on a team.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
I'm so ready for this. That's the type of gaming I love, where you can play with your friends no matter what they're working with.
Yeah. I have just needed more... Like, I think about Left 4 Dead all the time, and I'm like, man, I really want to play that, but it's... I don't know, it's so old. It's like, no one's got anything to play that with anymore,
Basically.
Like no one's going to play this now. Plus, it's old looking and all that. People don't usually like to go back. But this is like that formula, but so gorgeous and today. And it looks
brand new and crispy.
Great. I can't wait to experience what is going on.
Yes, so we're going to be doing a deep dive onto that at some point.
Yeah. Cannot wait. Oh, we also watched another gameplay thing. We finally did watch one. We got one to kind of work.
Oh, yes.
I sold you on a game big time.
Oh, yeah. All you had to do was, like, tell me the premise and show me the picture.
Yeah. So they released some gameplay for a game called Stray. It was announced when the PlayStation 5 was announced, really. You are a stray cat. And you're just, like, kind of making your way through this city full of robots. There's, like, robot people, right?
So many robots.
We watched it, and the gameplay looked amazing.
It really did. Like, the kitty's got a little backpack, and he does little cat things. You can scratch on couches. You can jump on pipes.
Yeah, I know. You can do so much. Like, the animation work on this cat is spot on.
I know. It's incredible. Like, it looks like a real cat, and I just want to pet him.
Yeah, we were definitely going to post that up for you guys to watch.
Yeah, do we know the release date on that? Is it 2022?
They said early 2022.
Okay, we should definitely put that on the list for Twitch because I want that in my blood.
Coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Steam, so covers everybody but Xbox.
All right, well.
And then, are you going to tell me this thing? You can
yes.
tell me this thing.
Okay,
do I click it now?
Go ahead.
Okay, what about it?
Okay, so we've talked before. I don't know if we've talked on the actual show or if it was just a programmable thing, but we talked about how we think musicals should be made available to more people because Broadway is so like inaccessible. And we've seen like, some cool stuff happening with Lin-Manuel Miranda. He put, what do you call it? Hamilton on Disney Plus for free,
Yeah.
basically for for anybody who has Disney Plus. And then In the Heights was also a theater release, which was nice. One musical that I have never been able to see, but I have always wanted to see, is Wicked. And this musical, I've loved it since high school. It's so good. The music, just primo. It's perfect, and I love it.
Was the first time you heard Wicked that production they did in high school?
Yes.
That's the first time I heard it, and I was like, I'd never heard of it, so I was like, did they write this? This is amazing.
I was the same way. I never knew that Wicked was a thing, so I was like, I was thinking it was like an original production of our high school before I actually
I was like, hot damn,
looked into it. Yeah.
Okay.
But so Wicked is coming to Dallas, and I managed to get myself some fucking tickets for it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I'm so excited. So I'm going on Thursday, and I get to see Wicked in person for the first time ever. And the tickets were actually like reasonably priced. I'm thinking because it's like COVID times, and they can't get people to fill the seats. But
Wicked came to Dallas like 7 years ago because I took Taylor when we first started dating because it was here.
Yeah.
So I've seen it in the theater.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I'm super thrilled about it.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
I cannot wait. We bought the tickets like before COVID seemed to be getting like super real again. I mean, we're recording this August 10th. I have no idea what it's going to look like when we actually release it on August 16th. So, COVID is an ever-changing landscape, and anti-vaxxers seem to be ruling it. I mean, I'm going in 2 days. I'm hoping that the theater doesn't close down between now and then, and I'm going to be masking up fully and just staying as socially distant as possible in a theater. I'm hoping that they didn't sell out like a packed theater, like there's room for social distancing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to sit next to somebody.
I really want to know what it's like. I want like a full how packed it was kind of thing about it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be just like a normal theater experience. Like they're going to have sold out, and it's going to be gross.
Probably so.
I will say, don't give a shit.
Being to like a musical production like that, people are pretty like to themselves. Like people aren't like fighting for armrests. They're not like toting around stuff, being all gross. They're pretty like, oh, I'm here to enjoy the music. They're pretty nice.
I hope it goes well. I'm nervous. If I was buying the tickets today, I don't know if I would, but
Yeah. See,
it is what it is.
There's supposed to be a Wicked film, kind of like how they did Cats and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like never coming out though.
Have they like released a cast or anything for it?
According to this, the latest thing is on July 2nd, 2021. Filming was going to begin later this year.
Okay, so no, nothing is happening.
Yeah, probably not. Like, people have come into it, out of it. It's just an ever-changing landscape of production hell.
Yeah, right now it's just like a rotating door. Okay.
So, well, I'm very excited for you. So you've seen Book of Hamilton. No.
What?
Book of Hamilton. So you've seen the Book of Mormon.
Yes.
And this will be like your second musical to see live, right?
I also saw The Lion King.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and The Lion King was fucking baller. Like, everyone who can should go see The Lion King.
Well, I'm reading stuff about Wicked right now. Wicked is the second highest grossing musical, trailing only behind The Lion King.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, The Lion King's the top grossing musical that there is.
Dude,
Broadway.
Go see The Lion King. I think musical. The Lion King Broadway experience would change your opinion on the movie.
Maybe.
I think it would, man. It's so good.
Maybe
like, that's how you feel the music in your soul. That's how you get it in there.
Like, I want to go see Phantom of the Opera. Like, that's what I want to see.
I have seen Phantom of the Opera also, actually. I just remembered as you said that. Desi's mom took us when we were like 12. Okay. It was really good.
I mean, I've seen Sweeney Todd. That was
man.
Cool.
I got so burned out on Sweeney Todd when it was like a whole thing.
Yeah, that's... I am finding myself now. So what, Sweeney Todd came out a long fucking time ago.
Like 10 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been a while. 2007. Jesus
Whoa.
Christ. Okay.
Damn, that's forever ago.
I'm just now like, I kind of want to watch that movie again. That's how burned out I was, because the movie came out. I was studying it in college. Our high school did a production of it. It was just nonstop Sweeney Todd for like a full year, and I was done. I was done.
I fully remember that era, and it was not a good time.
Yeah, and just now, I found myself a couple months ago. I was like, "Is that on Netflix?" Like, I could watch the Johnny Depp one again. That was decent. I want to watch that. I think because TikTok uses sounds from it all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, that's a pretty good movie. Yeah, I should watch that. Yeah.
Meh, see?
Meh, see, my right arm is complete again. See, meh.
Okay.
All right. Well.
You ready to make some meat pies?
Are you ready to just feel the ennui?
Sure. Thank you so much for listening to the end of the episode, and as a reward, I'm going to ask you now to please tell your friends about us. Help us grow our audience. This is your homework. I want you to go give someone your phone and be like, I want you to borrow this and listen to the podcast. And then when
Take
you're done,
this with you for 2 days.
Take this with you. Give them your whole phone, and then by the end of it, they'll have it on their phone, and it's going to be fine. Or in the meanwhile, you swap phones. You install us on their phone. And then it's just everywhere. That's a better plan. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platform so you never ever miss an episode, because we release every single Monday, every single week. It's the MTOP guarantee. We don't miss, guys.
Sure don't.
If you get a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that helps us out so much in finding more lovely listeners just like you.
And don't forget to go check us out on all them social medias. We are YMBTOAP. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, you know the drill. You go to all the places, so just search for us on the place that you frequent the most, because we're there. And just another quick shout out to our patrons. We really couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much for supporting us. And also, send us an email, guys. ymbtoap@gmail.com. We want that listener mail. Did you notice all the anime references at the Olympics? Is Cowboy Bebop your favorite thing ever? And I'm missing the point. Can you tell me the point? I even watched some YouTube breakdowns of it, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I got it. Is it just something that I'm missing? Can you give me that one thing that's gonna make me go, oh, I get it?
Our theme song is The Grimmaper Blows the Horn by Foray. Please check him out on YouTube. Find his good tunes. He's got so many of them. He literally has probably 100 songs on there, maybe more. He's just putting it out. He's putting it out there for you to experience and to live. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Would I like Cowboy Bebop?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Did you do your podcast stretches today?
No.
Better get them in. Get the arms out wide.
Okay.
Stretch
Good.
side, another side. Ouch. My rib.
My rib.
My rib.